Hello, my name is Hannah Morris, and I am a student media producer at KAMU. If you've voted before, you may have found it a somewhat intimidating process, with fancy words and tons of complicated paperwork. But don't worry, I recently had the opportunity to chat with Trudy Hancock, Brazos County's elections administrator. She went over some important information on registering to vote, especially for young, first-time voters.
A lot of students don't realize the different opportunities or the different ways that they have to vote.
Hancock's role is to ensure that all voters are informed and prepared come Election Day.
We do everything, and it kind of makes it a one-stop shop for the voters so they can take care of their voter registration, make any updates, whatever they need, but then also get election information that they need.
There are many different ways to register to vote. However, she explained one issue that may arise when people try to register online.
You have to go online, fill out the application, but then you have to print it, sign it, and mail it in. And a lot of people miss that step, and they think because that they filled it out online, they think that they're registered.
Something that is common for college students is leaving their registration under their home address. She explained that this isn't a problem. However, it can lead to a few limitations as to where and when voting is possible.
Sometimes students think, I'll just leave my registration at home, but then they're busy or whatever and don't make it back home.
This means that if you don't change your registration, you won't be able to vote here. But if you want to vote in Brazos County, just make sure you update your registration by the deadline.
And you have to register 30 days before an election for your registration to be good for that election. So sometimes you don't know until the last minute, and then you're still registered at home.
Another common occurrence when it comes to voter registration is having to update your residential address even if you live in the same county.
If you've moved within the county, you still get to vote. The problem is, though, is that you're tied to the voting precinct where you're registered. So say you lived in Bryan and you moved to College Station. You would have to vote on the Bryan City Council, Bryan ISD things, and would not get to vote on the College Station items that would be impacting you at that time.
Another major part of preparing to vote is making sure you have the proper identification.
You have to have a photo ID. So be sure that you have your driver's license. We do have a lot of students that are from out of state. They can still use their driver's license, but they will have an additional form to fill out, which is not a problem.
She acknowledges that voting can be intimidating, especially for those who have never done it. But her biggest piece of advice is to come prepared.
Study your ballot. The November ballots are usually really long. And so know who you want to vote for. And if there are any propositions or measures, kind of study those. If you just know how you're going to vote, it goes a lot quicker and a lot easier for you.
You can visit brazosvotes.org for more information on voter registration, election timelines, and even demonstration videos on how to use the voting machines. Do you have more questions before November? Be sure to listen to my other conversation with Trudy Hancock, where we discuss the step-by-step process of what you can expect when you go to the polls. From KAMU, I'm Hannah Morris.